listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Gene. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's Devious Maids After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Devious Maids After Show.
Hey guys, it's Laila, and we are here with the Devious Maids After Show, and I'm in the studio with my two partners in crime over here, my two awesome co-hosts.
Hello, I'm Candice Buenrostro.
Hey, I'm Francesca Dugan.
Thanks guys, and I'm Laila Sadny. So yeah, let's just get into it. This episode, our little lead in here with Alejandro, which is, we'll get to that later. I still have a little tear in my eye, actually.
That little 5 minutes.
Yeah. So the episode starts out with Perry in the doctor's office, and pretty much, with the doctor, she's not pregnant, saying that it's going to help her marriage out if she's pregnant, obviously. So we know what's going on there. But what do you guys think about that scene?
I was really proud of when it cuts to Mr. Spence.
Spence.
Come on, you can do it.
He grows, it's like he grew a pair. He grew some balls.
Did.
I was really, really proud of him. And for him to, I felt it took him so much to muster up that strength to tell her. And then she comes at him, hits him with like a throw. Like, okay, well, you're not leaving me because this. And she's kind of like blackmailing him. And it's kind of... Poor guy.
I called this episode in my head the episode of Unexpected, and that was the first
100%.
one that was like, I was so shocked that he, like you said, grew some
Huevos.
Cojones.
yes,
Rancheros.
balls. And I was like, he just straight up said, I had an affair with Rosie, I'm leaving you.
Yeah, and it's so like matter to fact and monotone, pretty much, not even showing emotion.
He's just done. It's like he's been done for a while. So
Yeah.
there's the point where
But
there's no
she's,
emotion.
She's putting up a fight. Obviously, I don't know.
You said it too. You're like, that evil look in her eyes.
She snaps,
And it's I don't think she wants him. I think it's the fact that somebody else wants her husband because she's cheated on him before. It's just that she's just trying to be that little conniving, like a little witchy almost. Like, no, I'm not, I don't want him to be happy.
Right.
Do you think that she would care as much if it wasn't her old maid that liked her husband and had an affair, if it was somebody else?
I don't, regardless, I think she wouldn't want him to leave her. It's pride.
Yeah.
So.
Pride and power.
Yeah.
Well, so then we also find out that Valentina is working for a new family, our favorite couple, the Powells. So yeah, she's obviously doing that to get back at her mom. I mean, with everything that happened last season, we know about the Powells. Their old maid ended up getting murdered, had an affair with Mr. Powell. So yeah, Valentina, that's a little, I was pretty...
I don't think she's doing it to get back at her mother, though. I think she's doing it legitimately because she wants a job and to prove that she's not going to be in a hotel. But I think she's just trying to stand on her own 2 feet. And whether that be work for the Powers or not, I think it's a job to Valentina.
I don't know. What do you think?
I'm like in the middle of you two.
Yeah. Tweet us, guys.
Yeah, tell us what you guys think. No, because last season, she Zoila kept saying, you're the maid, you're the help, when she was in love with what was his name? Remy, that's right. And she wanted her to be a maid, and now she's like, no, I don't want you to be a maid, I want you to go to fashion school. But she as well is is very controlling and
yes.
That's why her husband said he wasn't happy.
Which we find out more. And pretty much that's probably the worst thing that anyone could hear. I haven't been happy in a long time, actually. So yeah, Zoila always, she is meddling, but she cares, about her family and everyone.
She's a control freak.
She is a control freak, definitely. And that would definitely wear on anyone, especially your daughter, but yeah, we'll get into that later.
Especially because she was spending those long days with Jean Vinet.
I know. I thought last season, when they mentioned that when I think Valentina said something that to Pablo, he's very like nonchalant about it. But I was thinking like, that has to hurt if this is the woman you're married to and you knew that she was like in love forever with someone else. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah. So how about Mirasol and the closet?
Marisol.
And Opal. Yeah, there's something going on there, and we're gonna definitely find out more of like, I don't know if I'm sorry, the wife that got
Dahlia.
that we don't know what happened to, Dahlia. I feel like we find out that she was her friend and she got her a job when she was pregnant and very young, but I feel like there's more to that. I almost thought the way Opal was reacting to Mirasol touching her stuff, that she was like some sort of like a family member or something, like, but a friend could be also like super close too, but I don't know, there's definitely something going on there.
I mean, in last AfterBuzz, I was like, maybe it was something between her and Nick, but now I don't think that anymore. I'm wondering if maybe Dahlia and Opal might have had something.
Maybe a little love affair.
She act as if there was something in the closet that she didn't want Marisol to find.
Oh,
maybe,
Well,
maybe they didn't have this great of a relationship as
she's saying.
Yeah.
Do you think that at the end later on in the episode, towards the end, she finds that little note. It says, whatever you do.
From her mother, from Dahlia's mother, whatever you do, get rid of Opal.
Yeah.
And I think it started,
So maybe Opal did something to make her
crazy
jump that night.
Maybe
put a little meds in her drink.
Something. I don't know. Well, it's definitely like, the show's so great with the storylines. It just like sucks you in. So
100%.
Yeah. Alejandro and Carmen are at an event, and he runs into his old friend. And Carmen, like, it's so funny. She obviously she cares about him, but I feel like she almost was starting to like him, knowing that he would obviously doesn't go that way. But I don't know.
I think she's starting not to like him like that, but it's just the fact that she's liking the idea that this can be her lifestyle, and the fact that there's a chance it could be taken away. I think she stepped up her game. But how much do you guys love her? Like her quotes and her little like quirky comments. She was who's her to her friend, the other maid, the blonde. The one with the...
I just forgot her name. Oh my God.
with the leg.
Olga? Is it Olga?
Oh my gosh.
Well, there's a comment she makes, and she's like, why can't you just marry me and have gay sex on the weekend like every other Hollywood couple? Yeah. There's just these quotes and comments. I love the writing. What was the other one? Genius.
The other one, you might be the best husband I never married, or something. Something like, great.
When he it's, you just feel for poor Carmen, because before he gets shot, and, we don't know if he's dead or not, but he tells her, sweetheart, it's going to be okay if I go off with my gay lover, you're still going to get the money and you're still going to get the contract. And it was like she had a moment of clarity where she's like, I can breathe. And then the poor guy goes and gets shot.
That was so sweet. I mean, I literally like almost screamed when I was watching that. I jumped. Like, I just, these guys that are going around robbing everyone in Beverly Hills, what is the deal? What is going on?
They're in deep doo-doo now because they shot somebody.
And they shot someone pretty
important.
Yeah. He's like head of a music industry. Everyone loved him. Yeah.
It was kind of funny when I was watching the show at home too, and my aunt was like, "Oh, has anyone got shot yet? Isn't this the episode where someone gets shot?" And I was like, I haven't finished watching yet. And she was like, oh. So like you said, when he was like, baby, don't worry about it. I will make sure you get everything no matter what. I was like, oh, I know it's going to be him that's going to go.
Yeah. And it's just sad because you could just see, that moment between Odessa, that's the name.
Between
Odessa and Carmen at the end. It's just, your heart sinks because you see everything going down like the drain, like her little happy ending. And not to mention, it sucks.
He's a good guy, and he was their friend, and Odessa's been working for him forever. So I mean, she definitely like cares about him so much. That's why she was so like defensive with Carmen. But yeah, so
we loved Alejandro here too. That's why we gave him a little intro to Lady Gaga song.
I just hope he's okay. I hope he's okay, but I'm thinking no, unfortunately. Okay, so how about this is also like was a major part of the episode. The Powells and Mrs. Powell seeing the necklace on the homeless lady.
When she was walking with our buddy Trisha.
Yeah.
Hi, Trisha.
Shout out, Trisha. That was, I mean, what do you guys think of that? I mean,
I thought it was just so funny because she was like, just jumps the homeless lady. I would think she wouldn't even want to touch the lady
get her hands dirty.
because she talks, talks about herself so highly. And then, when she gets away, I like how she was like, what are you guys doing? Someone shoot her. Like, it's just
no, my favorite part was when they went back later in the episode with it was Evelyn and Adrian, and they brought Tony, the bodyguard. And she's like, we can split up. We'll be fine. And he comes to her rescue and saves the day when, her husband wouldn't get out of the car.
Well, what's funny is, like, you see how scared he is now. And he's become like this little, like wuss. Like, I don't know. But the fact that Tony stood up for her and he didn't.
It turns her on. She's, she
she's
can't
done.
deal with the vulnerability, what she said last episode.
She's not someone that strikes me that as someone that likes weak people or weak men, especially. And then later on in the episode, you see Tony go back and get the necklace and, like, stop at nothing to get it. Like, I thought he was going to, like, kill the lady.
Maybe he did.
Maybe he did. Maybe there's something else going on there, too, though. Like,
I think he's just trying to get points with her also, but to make her fall in love with him. So there's definitely some backstory, some predictions. We'll have to get into that. I'm going to predict.
Oh. Okay. And what else do we need to discuss?
We missed John Bonet in this episode. She wasn't in this episode.
She wasn't really in that.
No, she wasn't in this episode. I missed her little quirky comments. I live for those.
She's the best. But you know what scene actually I really did like in this episode was all the girls talking like they used to talk when Mirasol was a maid, but now she's not. She's in a different role, and it was just so comical. Like, I love
comment. She's like, I feel like I'm a Beverly Hills diva complaining about my maid, and Rosie and Zoila were like, well, you kind of are.
You kind of are, yeah. But they're just saying, look, like, if you are cleaning someone's house for 20 years, it becomes like your house, so that might be a big part of it, but I think there's a little more to it.
There's definitely more to that story.
And Zoila's a little biased also because she's been working for her house for 20 years. But little does she know, Opal's a little.
There's something wrong. But I still think it's funny because I know Marisol wasn't a maid originally. She, like she said, she did it for, her son to get him out of jail. But so quick she turns back to being like, a housewife, and you're like, but you did that for 6 months. Like, you were the one who cleaned the first maid's blood out of the Powell's study. You know what I mean? So it's kind of funny.
She had a little moment of clarity, so that was good.
Yeah.
That was where she came from.
And then the new family. I'm sorry, I don't know all their names, but I know Dee Dee was
Dee Dee, Miss Miller, Lucinda, but she goes by Miss Miller.
And Kenny.
Yes.
Poor Kenny.
That's so sad. Just the poor guy can't talk, and he's got his daughter and his wife going at each other all the time, 24/7, nonstop. Poor guy.
I know. And Rosie thought it was the other way around because what was her name? Ambrosia.
Because she used to be a stripper up in the strip club, and he brought her on home, and it's kind of like when Rosie's there, she was up late at night. Either did she come home early in the morning or she was out all night?
I think she was just, coming home really late.
Yeah, real late.
And I like how she just kind of like had a moment, like just to justify, we used to have so much fun before we got married, and, he had that stroke and he's just that man. And it kind of, she wants you to think, I genuinely love him. Don't listen to what his daughter says, that I'm some little gold digger. But
until Rosie asks him, so how do you live with someone that you don't love? And she pretty much says, well, I'm going to get the house when he dies.
It's pretty much like take sides.
Yeah.
So do you guys think that she loves him at all?
I think a little. I don't think she's 100% a gold digger. I think she loved him when they were able to have fun and go out. And how she described him as he would dress up and wear these nice suits and put these shoes on, and they would just, like she said, they had like the best 2 years, and then that happened. And of course, the daughter, Lucinda, comes home, and it's just they're at each other's throats. And as the husband, to have to see that, how awful is that? You can't talk, but he could see everything that's going on. Like, how much do you want to yell? Like, shut up.
And you just see it's killing him. And then like the scene at his birthday, when he's all dressed up and they're sitting there, and all of a sudden he just like pounds on the table so hard he just can't take it anymore. Poor guy.
How cute is Rosie though? That she went and took him shopping. Like,
she's
I love
so
her.
cute.
She's so adorable.
She's such a sweetheart.
Love you.
And and she is, of all the people to work for like a family like that, to be caught in the middle of like this, it's just that she's such a good like median, like moderator. I feel like that maybe she'll help the situation.
I know, she's just too sweet.
Yeah, and just watching her, it's just like, you know, Danya Romero, she just, like I said last episode, she had just given birth to twins like a month or two shooting this. It's like, she looks amazing.
So Sweet Rosie, to go off that, shows up at Mr. Spence's place, and he pretty much tells her, I can't see you ever again, because
the devil
was standing over his shoulder. Exactly. But I just like felt so bad for her. I mean, you think when she saw that on the TV, like that they split up, that she thought in her head like, oh, this is our chance to be together now.
She had that little moment of hope. You could see in her eyes that it was,
like, what's going on?
To go over there is kind of ballsy too.
Yeah, because if you remember, was it last episode of the season? The end of the season, when he went over and told her that she's pregnant. It was last episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So I actually didn't think that she would go to his house because she was so hurt by him saying, "Oh, I don't want to be with her, but we're having a kid."
I just think she probably never thought he would leave his wife.
Right.
Yeah.
But how much do you think it really hurt Spence to say that?
A lot.
Oh yeah, I'd probably kill them to say that. You know,
I hate you, Perry.
But like, if she's already, I mean, it's already on the news that they're splitting up and that he allegedly cheated. So why is he still going along with that? I mean, she's gonna like take the kid. I think it's the kid, like their son.
100% the kid.
Yeah.
Because I just want something to come out. I think something's gonna come out where they're gonna see how like awful this woman is, and I can't wait for that. But
she's so evil.
Yeah. Also, I didn't understand why Spence, if he loves Rosie so much, I wish he would have found a way to be like, go to her to see her. You know, I think he's probably gonna go and like explain the situation that he's being blackmailed, and it's not that he doesn't want to be with her. Essentially, it's because he's being blackmailed.
Yeah, and I mean, he's gonna definitely like let her know that eventually. I'm sure he's gonna go to her. I'm sure. And be like, look, well, hopefully they can work it out, and hopefully they can be together. Because I think, you know,
Hopefully Perry,
though, you know, and what's really sad is that if she did like try to play that I'm America's sweetheart and you cheated with the maid and I'm gonna take the kid, and they went to court and fought, she probably would win, and and that's the sad part about it. So
what did he say? You're a monster, right?
You're a monster. Yeah,
she's a very evil monster. When then she says what? She says, but I play such a good whatever. What did she say?
America's sweetheart.
Like, ugh.
Well, what kind of made me mad was that she made this huge ordeal that he cheated, and she was the one that was hooking up with everyone. The last season, she was like trying to hook up with her co-stars. And,
she was. Rosie found her in bed with that guy and the boxers.
Yeah, and when they first had the talk in the beginning of the episode, he's like, "Look, we'd both feel a lot happier if we split up," and it's the truth. So it's just her.
It's her pride. She just doesn't want to if she was the one to leave him, she'd be fine with it. But it's because he brought it up first, and it's just about her pride. She's just one of those women that everyone knows, probably.
We all know a few.
We all know a few of them. Control freaks.
So, I was going to say, Mirasol and Opal actually end up having a heart-to-heart, which I liked. But I don't know. I think that I'm just really I'm really pulled into that storyline for some reason. I want to know what happened.
Yeah, it's just so up in the air.
I mean, there's definitely some backstory with Opal, and that's gonna be a
there has
there
has to be something with Nick too, though, because you know when she pulls a stunt where she brings all the boxes into the master bedroom, and he's like, you know, she says she's being passive aggressive, and he's like, what's passive about this? When he's giving her a hug, he's like, it's okay, we'll move the stuff into the garage. But as soon as she mentions that Opal was upset, then he was like, you know what, we can get rid of all of Dahlia's things. So he was being a little vindictive towards her. So like,
well, yeah, because I mean, there's something with
she has something on him, definitely.
Yeah, Opal wanting her. You know, the whole like feud between them, like her wanting Opal out of the house and everything. I think there's definitely something there. I was gonna say that. I was gonna say like Valentina. How long do you think she's gonna continue to work for the Powells?
I do.
I think so too.
And I think she's gonna have a little affair with the pool boy. I think she likes him.
You're waiting for that.
I think she does. I think she likes him, and the fact that he's like, look, dude, I saw your mom steal this,
steal the egg,
because she wants to get you fired from here, and it's kind of It's embarrassing too, but the fact that he was so cool about it, I just think they're gonna end up hooking up. As much as I'm team Valentina and Remy.
Yeah.
She's gonna have a little fling on the side, and then Remy's gonna come back and swoop her off her feet.
And he even said in the episode, he's like, "Oh, I'm going to ask you out later. Don't worry." So yeah,
not this week, but next.
And it's just, how bad do you feel for Zoila though? Just having,
she's just out on her luck completely.
I hope she moves in with Jean-Vinet and they become like little besties.
Oh my gosh,
that's gonna be awesome. Or I would like to see her go back with Jean-Vinet's brother and be happy.
Well, no, I still want her and Pablo to stay together.
Nah, I'm done with Pablo. He left.
He did leave.
He said he needed just a couple of months.
Couple months? They've been married for over 20 years. Your husband come tell you, I'm going to leave for a couple months.
He said, I found a small apartment. I'm leaving you.
He's researched this before, so it's not like it.
And he probably was researching it and planning it out before they had that talk. And he's like, look, I haven't been happy as long as I can remember.
But I think Valentina needs to forgive her mom already. Like, yeah, your mom, she interfered with her relationship with Remy, but at the same time, she's still your mom and she still loves you. And your mom, she's going to need her at this time. Like, your dad just left her. Like, give her a break. Like, even though she stole and tried to get you fired, she's still your mom.
Well, yeah, once Valentina finds out that that their parents are splitting up, I mean, that's going to bring them back together.
Well, hopefully.
I mean, but
we'll see. I mean, it's just that matter of respect. It's like, it's your mom. And
moms are always meddling,
Yeah. She was very, very controlling though. So I do feel bad because I don't think no one really stood up to her, and so everyone just held it in until both of them were like, I don't want anything to do with you. So
I could totally see Jean-Vinet like trying to find every like handsome like rich bachelor for Zoila.
Fixing her up.
Yeah, like speed dating.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That would be a great episode.
I would like to see an episode with Zoila just letting loose and like getting drunk and just having her
with
like,
Jean-Vinet.
Yeah.
Them drinking mimosas by the pool or
and
something.
have Valentina actually having to come take care of her. That'd be fun to watch.
That would be
definitely
hilarious.
like to see that. Just let go a little. Stop being such a control freak.
Yeah. So should we get into the really, really dramatic ending scene, or the beginning of, like, let's back up a little bit. The engagement party with Carmen and Alejandro.
Sneaky Carmen.
She's good. She's good, Carmen. You're good.
You know she has something up her, like, she knew that she has something up her sleeve. Like, every time you see her, she has that little mischievous look on her face.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
She paid the bartender to pretty much be like, wedding. She had a white dress on under her dress to show to the party.
She invited the priest.
The priest said, hey, I can marry you. Like, it's
And she's
perfect.
like, oh, who invited the priest?
And she made sure the bartender got him drunk so he would not really know what's going on.
Then he got upset because he wants to go to Spain with
his lover.
The lover that got away. But, you know, like I said, it was a nice little moment that they had saying, you know, girl, I got you. I'm going to take care of you. And he goes and gets shot. So
Yeah, he got shot.
Who do you guys think is these robbers?
Well, they're obviously, so you see their face in this episode. They're obviously young kids. They obviously very inexperienced, don't know what they're doing. You see that. I think that, they're giving the jewelry away.
Right.
So they're not doing it for the money.
Maybe they're rich kids from the neighborhood that are just bored.
Maybe that could be one. Or maybe they just.
That's what I was trying to think too, because just the little snippets for next week. Remember, I was like, is that the guy that?
Yeah.
One of the guys looked like the
Pool
one.
Boy. Maybe a little. I thought it was Pool Boy. But
no, I didn't think it looked like, because he had like a beard, didn't he? Or no, the guy that. Okay.
Maybe we can get into that with our predictions.
Yeah, maybe.
But we're almost, get into predictions because we cover the whole episode. So.
All right, guys, let's do some predictions.
Yeah.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Okay, so I'm going to go to Miss Candice first with your predictions.
Let's see. I think Spence is going to go talk to Rosie, and he's going to, let her know what's going on. Sad to say, I don't think Alejandro's going to make it. And I just think poor Carmen's just going to be down on her luck. But I do think in the will, because Odessa has been with him for so long, he's going to leave her a lot of money. And Carmen's going to have to work for Odessa. So the tables are going to flip.
She'd be like, yeah, fix me my martini now.
I know.
And I think with Zoila and the husband, I think Valentina's going to go, she's going to forgive the mom and just feel bad for her and forgive her. And then with Opal and Marisol and Nicholas, I have no idea where that's going, but I'm curious to see next episode, and I cannot wait to see my favorite Jean-Vinet.
I love her too.
All right, Francesca.
That's a good prediction about Odessa and Carmen, because I was wondering too, if Alejandro's gone, who is she going to be a devious maid for?
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Get me my martini.
Right? Same thing. I think Perry is going to, I'm not Perry, Spence is going to come and talk to Rosie. But I think what they're going to focus on for sure next episode is the robbers. But that's what I want to know who it is. I was thinking too, maybe it is, they have to be like rich kids or something like that.
Lord.
It's because it's completely selfless on their part. So I'm wondering though if one of them is someone's son that we don't know about, and
Well, I think for the next, upcoming episodes, there's definitely gonna be more of a storyline with Mrs. Powell and Tony, the bodyguard, and I don't know necessarily if they're gonna hook up, but I feel like he is definitely trying to please her, and he definitely but he had when he gave the necklace back to her in this episode, he walked away and had a devious little
Smirk,
smile on his face. So I think that I don't know if someone sent him into that house to do something to kind of maybe he's someone that someone sent him in there, someone that hates Mr. Powell, that he did something to, because he wasn't the best of guys in the past, maybe to split them up. I don't know. So I think definitely, maybe they'll have a little affair, but and then I also think the robbery, that they're definitely going to focus on that. And I think that they're young kids. I think that they might be, rich kids as well. But I do think that one of them maybe is someone's son or something that one of those families did something to. And they're just messing, they want to mess with all of Beverly Hills.
Could be.
right?
I don't know. But, so those are my predictions. We also have some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Well, my news is, I don't know if a lot of the Devious Maid fans out there, our little Devious Army, but there's this new thing where you can sign up online, and it's called the Devious Draft. So every week you go online, and you could pick 3 of the characters, and whoever is the most devious, you get points, and you have this great chances of winning a lot of fun prizes and stuff. So all you got to do is go under Devious Maids Draft and figure it out. So
I was wondering what that hashtag was throughout the whole episode.
And then you can also, of course, go on our iTunes and rate us 5, of course.
Yes.
But
Of course.
And tweet us.
You could also tweet to the Devious Maids cast, and that's new, and I thought that's awesome.
Yeah, that's great how they're trying to be interactive with their fans.
Yeah,
I like it.
So Devious Draft, check it out, guys, because we're going to be on there picking our characters for next week.
Yes. And also, our lovely ladies were on the cover of Latina magazine for May 2014.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and just a little snippet. Eva Longoria also sat down with them in the interview, and she was saying that it says Eva Longoria on her belief in the show and the responsibility she feels to American Latinos. I would never do a disservice to my community. I was super confident going around the country and the world saying, you've got to watch this show. It's groundbreaking opportunity for the Hispanic community, and it's really good. No, and Anna Ortiz, awesome. Who is Marisol in the show, says I have so many young girls coming up to me and being like, I love this show. How do I do this? I want to get into the arts. I want to be an actor. I want to be a writer. And to see young people of color really interested in this, to me, that's so exciting. We've come from nothing. So it's really cool. Our maids are
in the
magazine.
Really happy. Yeah. It just makes you really happy, as a Hispanic also. It's just seeing this and just seeing it grow, and everyone, each episode, it's your mouth is really did that happen? So it's just something to believe in, and I'm just so happy that Mark Cherry and Eva Longoria teamed up on this, and it's just a great project.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Happy to be on the after show.
Yeah. So hey guys, definitely tweet us your questions. We'd love to hear from you. And where can they find you guys?
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram, XOXOCESCA.
And you can find me on Twitter and Instagram for Candy Buen, CandiBuen.
And you can find me on Instagram or Facebook at Laila Sadny. Thank you guys for tuning in.
So to iTunes, rate us 5. We need 5s. Yes.
Right, 5 stars.
Number 1. Thanks, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AFTERBUZZTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AFTERBUZZ TV.
Buzz you later!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Thank you for watching AfterBuzz TV on YouTube. For more of your favorite after shows and interviews, subscribe to our channel here, and be sure to share your opinion on the episode in the comment section below here. We'd love to see what you guys are buzzing about. Thanks again. Buzz you later.